Alright. What is up? Time for the Stanley Parable stream number 2. Where we do a bunch of other stuff now. I guess we're going to try doing some of the endings from the original version. And mainly we're going to do the endings with the bucket. Because there's new endings with the bucket. So, I think after all that, there's nothing else to do. First part, we did a bunch of stuff too. We got like the real ending, I guess it's called, with the whole skip button thing. But yeah, other than that, that's really all we have to do today. So let's get to it. I honestly can't wait to see what kind of endings we're gonna have here and what's different. First thing we're going to do is the Stanley Parable adventure line with the bucket. Oh right, every time we open up the Stanley Parable now, it just goes up. Just goes up every time. And now we have to do all this, where we just make a name. Story of spiders. Why not? The hell? This office is under 24-hour surveillance. Alright then. Onward.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor at the desk, telling him what buttons to push. How?
Sorry, I was texting. That might happen a little bit during the stream. Alright. Let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Alright. So, let's get to it.
Stanley punched the button.
What was it? We had to go right and go into that elevator? Yeah, I think that's what we had to do.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left.
Through here.
The two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
There we go. I can't wait to see this one.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
What? Oh my god. We care about you, Stanley. Oh my.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much.
Is this an interrogation?
Carrying around
Or not interrogation. What the fuck is it called?
Isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Oh, God. This is already good. I just liked coming down here and claimed all these things to be my friends. The computer, the cardboard baby, the mannequin who was supposed to be my wife. Yep, look at all this. Look at the little baby. Oh, that's actually a big baby. Now look at the big baby. Wah. There's my wife. No, the sharpener? I never even interacted with the broom closet. Oh my god, it's actually the actual broom closet. Goodbye. This is my broom closet now. Alright, coming out. Alright, so I guess we're gonna follow the adventure line. Wait, what's over here? Oh, never mind, it's a fence. Didn't look like there was.
Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Oh no. Oh my god! There we go again.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about.
Alright, I thought it was gonna go on longer.
Great jokes from the original dialogue.
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
No, not my bucket. I don't want to give up my bucket. I know that's what you want me to do. You talked about the bucket. What's down here? The fuck?
Stanley, we need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
What the?
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does?
Destroys the bucket.
You don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Can I just not do it? Is there a way I cannot do this?
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance.
I'm just gonna wait here for a while to see if something happens. It keeps shaking.
The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this.
Does this game even have merchandise?
very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back
No.
the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now. The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley.
Oh no, they closed the door!
They want. Hurry and... Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things. Tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Alright, I guess we're gonna have to go back there and destroy the bucket to see what happens now. So, seems like there's two different ways of this.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. A good bucket.
Let's do this real quick.
A humble bucket, a community bucket, a bucket of culture and esteem. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back.
I also gotta try the ending where we have to go up on the conveyor belt, because we went through the catwalk already. We just didn't go through that. We'll probably do that after this. I definitely need to see what'll happen if you destroy the bucket. Even though I don't want to, because, you know, it reassures me.
Stanley, I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Got my reinsurance
You
bucket.
see, your
Alright.
friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley.
I didn't know that was there.
We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this
What's up,
bucket
waifu?
you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it. Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Stop it.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
It's as classic now as it was back then.
It's not even a joke, it's a fact. I mean, what?
Content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Alright, I'm just trying to do
I
it.
think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore. of
Insert
Stanley
bucket to
Parable.
destroy.
So, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
I'm trying. It won't let me.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket.
I'm hitting A and he just looks at it.
Destroy will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait.
Can you not destroy it?
You saying, how does a character with only one personality?
I thought there would have been two different ways of this.
I love Stanley Parable characters. Well, you see, if you were to really explore the bucket destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like...
I guess you can't destroy it. Alright, well, might as well just go back to the beginning. Alright, so let's go on that conveyor belt now with the bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Ah, the embrace of an old friend. A weathered companionship that stands the test of time. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
The bucket's my bro.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Yeah, we've never seen this part. He would just bring us to, like, the phone instantly. So, let's see what this will do. Oh, wait. What?
Now pick up
Never
the
mind.
phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Let's see what this does, actually. Is it actually going to take me back to the apartment? Is it going to be different?
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket.
Sad story? What?
Once upon a time,
Where'd the bucket go?
Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
But... No. Where's my bucket? Oh, this is a nice place. I wish I had a place like this. The buckets. Hey. Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press left D-pad to take me to work with you. Oh!
Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Press down D-pad to take me back home with you.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Where's the bucket? Oh, there it is. I didn't see that. Go back to work.
I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me?
No.
Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk. All it would ever
My
truly
bucket
do
is my bro.
if it transfer a liquid from one
He's a
location
better friend than you ever were, narrator.
That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
How dare you? Don't disrespect my bucket. Don't listen to the loud man. Press B for us to go back home. We're just gonna go back home and shit. Oh.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time, it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Sorry. To ignore anyone in your life except for me. Oh god. It's getting weird.
Sad. I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket.
Shiny
This
bucket.
bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Okay. On top of my computer. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley?
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection.
What?
It doesn't quite.
Oh, okay.
Your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more. What am I trying to say? Sturdy, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving.
This bucket is like my wife now.
Room to another.
To relive this same day with me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
B to go home, to work, to home, to work, to home.
I'm having feelings. The bucket. No.
What?
Hang on. Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Are we about to have a whole love triangle with Stanley, the bucket, and the narrator?
Stanley, give me the bucket. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it, or I'll...
Go back to work, Stanley. Well, okay then. So, that was interesting. That was, alright. So, it turned out that it was like, I just started listening to the bucket instead of the narrator, which kind of makes sense because I was ignoring him from the very beginning. And now he's like, he wanted the bucket. It kind of like became a whole love triangle. It was kind of weird, but it got funny towards the end because he was just like, wait, I have feelings for the bucket. I wonder if we could do anything with this. No? Alright, it's just there. Alright, well, what else haven't we done?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm trying to think what we haven't done yet. Oh, we didn't turn on the mind control. We just kept doing the good route that whole time. That's something we can do. I didn't do it without the bucket either, so I have to try that. What else haven't I done? Shit, I don't know. Still trying to figure out what else. I guess we'll just start doing the mind control one with the bucket. So as far as I know, I don't know if there was anything else.
Stanley wanted to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things. Stanley can't...
So let's get all the way to the mind control facility.
Still no one was here.
This is that didn't change.
Bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to
Have I went
Stanley and
downstairs?
the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Yes, I did. I remember. Okay. Still kind of trying to figure that out.
Stepping into his
2845, I think it was the
Stanley
code,
was
right?
again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. crushed by... But Stanley guessed
Yep.
the correct code by sheer luck. Was it the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
If you say so.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring him in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Guess we'll see.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead.
Oh, I never done this!
Mind
With or without the bucket?
facility.
Alright, we'll do that after. After we do the mind control facility stuff here.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Oh, right.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley
And
decided to
turn
use
it
machinery.
on.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the
What?
controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along?
Saying that it was the
Own
bucket.
machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
Huh? What? What? Silly birds?
Silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
What is this? Flamingos? What?
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't
Penguins.
a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives
Oh my God.
here in this place, living through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
I was? Okay. So it turned out to not be a mind control. Instead, it was like a surveillance of birds. Fucking what? I don't know. That one was just random as all hell. Alright, let's try turning on the mind control without the bucket.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And then we're going to have to try going through the escape
When Stanley came to a set of
sign
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
with and without the bucket, because I never done that.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Does this computer have anything? No.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again
Aw,
stunned
shit.
to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled,
Oops.
Stanley wondered in Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Alright. He got upset that I didn't let him do his whole narrating shit.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Alright. I'm sorry I triggered you. Oh, weird. People haven't been joining the stream lately. I mean, it says there's one person watching. But
Stanley walked
nothing.
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control.
Yeah.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Yeah, television screens full of sex tapes.
To find out.
That might be the best kind of monitors.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the groove, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and combined.
Let's turn this shit on.
As the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After
Yeah.
I kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yeah.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without
What?
DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
You son of a bitch!
Let's say
Uh-oh.
2 minutes.
2
Now,
minutes?
this is making things a little more fun, isn't
Uh-oh.
it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your
There's-
heart's desires.
any of these
All this is
buttons-
much better than what I had
This,
in mind.
these buttons don't even work.
We have so little time left
Maybe
to
this one. These light up.
Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is.
I don't even know what the
Time
fuck
to
to...
talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where.
There's too many buttons!
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned on
What?
the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the storm.
You erased my coworkers, you psycho?
I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let
Where's the
buttons sit
4?
into
I
the
keep
ground.
seeing that the screen has like a number 4.
Or I let it
Oh, is that it up there?
I have to say
Or is it this one?
This version of events has been rather
That is 3.
watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you. It's quite
I only have 45 seconds.
hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better.
I hit 4.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock right now.
You can put extra time.
Precious additional
A minute 47 seconds.
doesn't grow on trees.
It didn't do anything.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you
But
just
press any
assume
key to send
that
power surge? What?
something in this room was capable of turning it on?
Uh,
I mean, look at you.
is it even possible to do anything with this?
Screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbers-
I don't think it's possible, just like trying to destroy the bucket. So I guess we're gonna sit here
Or this door.
and accept my fate.
Anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? One soul? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away till you're dead. You're only
Yeah, no shit.
instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No
There we go. Nice view as we count down my death.
Cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable.
All right,
from the moment
time to go
I
out with a
say
bang.
Until the moment I say happily ever after.
That's how I want to go out. All right. So now what's happening here? The hallway changed, and the bucket's right here.
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stan is a
I gotta do the escape that escape sign. I hope this is still the same though.
Stanley clutched the
Yeah,
bucket
alright.
tightly to his chest.
They just randomly changed the hallway. Left. Oh wait. Yeah, alright. I gotta kind of follow him.
Still no one was here. Stanley
For a little
needed the
bit.
bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find coming to a staircase.
I don't think I did the downstairs one without the bucket.
To the boss's office.
I don't think I did.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation. Stanley and the bucket walked
Here we go.
straight through the large door that read, Mind Control.
That red escape.
Though this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
He said violent death, huh? Ah, whatever. I like death.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Yeah, I want to die.
At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Good. Well, maybe not for the bucket. I'll feel bad for the bucket, but fuck it. Ah, rhymed. Bucket. Fuck it. Aha. Where am I? The fuck is this? Am I stuck here? Yes, I am. Oh, my controller died. Oh, yeah. Well, shit. Alright, hold up. We're gonna need to use different... Oh, God. Shit. Sadly, this one's wired. And, yeah. You guys are seeing the profile picture I've set, but, yeah.
As the machine whirred into motion,
I can't hear anything.
Closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth
I couldn't hear anything with this.
and comfort had turned out.
Huh. Weird. I don't know why, but I can't hear anything. Alright, I'm gonna have to do something else here. Yeah. I hope I can hear through here.
To be sure,
Hold up.
it puts the mind and the soul
Yep.
at ease to embrace the bucket. But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Wait, why? Ah!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly.
Who's this now?
down his metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
Oh, you're worried about the bucket's like what? Wait, what is happening? Is this another narrator, but it's a woman? Oh, look at that.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all
What about me?
buckets in their own way, but this one stood
Every narrators hate me.
It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Yeah, alright, just get to the point and say that I'm not loved. Jesus Christ, Sprite Room. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the... What? I honestly never seen that word, if I'm being completely honest. But whatever. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within a cavernous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. My bad. I just want to point out now, I am a pretty bad reader, so cut me some slack, alright? Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you? Ugh. I did that so slowly. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were, in ignorance and darkness? I like how this is all about the bucket.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Any reason why this room has to be so bright? A bucket with two handles. This bucket is depicted as having two handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. I kind of want to know the causes of those deaths. So this is like an exhibit about buckets. Inferno bucket, a replica of the Inferno bucket, which is the medieval era, was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains: no one can control a bucket. Okay. What the fuck is this? Some old drawings with the bucket. Cave drawing. While we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. What? Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. I feel like if I go to this route without the bucket, this is gonna be like probably another exhibit, but without the bucket. But I don't know an exhibit of what? An exhibit of Stanley?
Man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Wait, what's in there? There's gotta be something in there, but I can't get over there. The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance inevitably is for our own good. The fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Oh! I didn't know I could pick up the bucket.
There is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
I don't think I was done with that exhibit either. Oh.
Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision for...
Okay. So another narrator came in. Another one that doesn't give a single shit about me, but gave a shit about the bucket. Okay then. Well, let's see if anything's different, I guess, when we do it without the bucket. I don't know if it's going to be another exhibit thing or not.
When Stanley came to a
Maybe
set of
not.
two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Some of the endings that we've had with and without the bucket, most of them are
There
different.
was not a single person here.
So there's a chance that's not going to be the same.
Disbelief. Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad, Stanley
What?
pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Cool surprise.
Alright, that was different. That was completely different. That's pretty funny, though. That was pretty fucking funny. Alright. I guess now the narrator's kind of sick of, like, doing this stuff over and over.
Control facility.
I don't know, maybe.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Okay, he's basically said the same thing, just not involving the
door
bucket.
behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Is it going to be like the same exact thing, though? I feel like it is going to be a new exhibit. I just don't know of what. Probably Stanley.
As the machine
I love this ride.
and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, narrator. Woo!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly
Yep, she's still
into
here.
enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Ah! Oh, wrong way. That still says the Stanley Parable.
It would be just a few minutes.
But it can't be an exhibit of the bucket again if I don't have it. And I'm pretty sure this ending was in the original game too. So, it's definitely a different exhibit then. You can see the fucking bright as fuck room. It is a different setup of the exhibit. What is this?
Has been created for you long in advance. Death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now?
Nature
Do you
paintings.
see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start.
Yes, I already knew. Trust me. Stanley's computer. Is this all concept? If this is like concept stuff, that's sick. Office layout. Wow, this is so small to read. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. This is all concept stuff, I think. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I can't wait to see all this stuff. Wow, so this is how they planned out the whole layout, huh? Oh, the two doors. The set of the two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it. Exploration. I almost said explanation for some stupid reason. Of the contradiction this room posed. Okay, there's another one right here. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. This is cool. Alright, filing cabinets. Nothing cool about that, though. Office computers. Is that solitaire? Oh, I just turned it off. When was there these kind of computers where you could turn them on and off and one of them had solitaire? Plate database. Yeah. Okay, then. Sorry, I was just like texting a friend in need. I promised I was gonna stream too, so I don't mind doing this shit all at once. I am not a professional streamer, as you can tell. So, I mean, obviously I'm not. I don't do streaming for a living. Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Alright. That's a weird sound. See, all those seem normal, but that one sounds weird as a button. Credits. Don't know if I'm actually going to read all this, but I'm just going to maybe see this part. Yeah, Crows. That's the developer's development lead. And the impeccable Kevin Brighting as the narrator. Never heard of him. I'm going to look that up one of these days, actually. See what else he does. Because he's got a pretty good voice as a narrator. So it was a smart thing to use that kind of voice as a narrator. I'm not going to go through all these other credits, though. The Office. Okay. Printer. What's this? Oh, maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. Okay. I can definitely tell a difference. Mostly just around the elevator I can tell the difference. Look at all these other pictures and stuff. This is really cool. I like this. Wait, what is this? Warzone? The fuck? What is this? Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. What? The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We just go to war with the narrator? We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Shooters suck! Most of them. Like, come on. Shit like Call of Duty? Fucking cringe. Call of Duty's a cringe. Oh, this is the Ultra Deluxe announcements. Oh, so this must have been added. In December 2018, we announced the Ultra Deluxe version of the Stanley Parable at the Game Awards. Yeah, I watched that live, actually. And I remember seeing this, and I was just like, holy shit, yes, consoles! These are screenshots of the videos we made for an announcement and the game's delay. You had a lot of delays. What's this now? The fuck? What is this supposed to be? Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of emails. I'm sorry, I can't go through all that. The Lounge. An early version of The Lounge. Yep. Already can tell the difference. This isn't The Lounge like, you know, like a more darker blue than this. The Office, just sharpener and shit too. What do we got? The Apartment Timer. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Oh. That would have been unique. Well, actually, I remember that in my last stream, someone that was on the stream mentioned that you can unplug the phone in that ending, so I actually have to try that, because I never did it. I wonder if it would be different, too, if you unplug it with the bucket. I gotta try that, though. The cargo lift. The second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted it to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. Oh, yeah. You could definitely tell the difference with this one. There's a huge difference. There's not even a catwalk that leads to, like, another ending. The Spud? Hope you're enjoying it so far. Yeah, I'm enjoying the hell out of this. Ever since my last stream and everything. Oh, man. Great fucking game, man. The cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this version, we decided we also wanted the option of the player falling to their death. Oh. You know what? I actually never tried that. I think you could still fall to your death, because that is a high jump. I'm pretty sure you can walk off from the cargo lift. I have to try that as well. I don't know if anything will really happen. I feel like mostly we'd just be dead. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Oh, okay. That's clever, actually. I never would have thought of that. The Spud. What is this? Zending model? What the hell's Zending? The Zending went through many iterations. This room represents the 4th version of the ending. And we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly after, or before launch, not after launch. Wait, I'm trying to think what the Zending was. This layout, I'm trying to remember it in terms of like the layout, but I don't know what the Zending is. Escape menu? For a long time we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Okay. There's a lot of stuff in here. Oh, Zending. This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Oh, okay. Alright, so it's not a real ending. I was confused because it was showing the model, but I didn't read this part. Zending levers. These levers were originally a part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color they had pulled. Okay. Kind of wonder what the main attention was. No, honestly, this is really sick. This is like a really, really neat way of showing off concept. They did a great job with it. Trailers. We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one, released in May 2012. It features a series of broken rooms and the voice of the narrator informing viewers that he is repairing a new version of the Stanley Parable. Oh. Yeah, so this is going through like all the stuff, even from the original game. What do we got here? Countdown desk. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down, with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down. What? And placed the 2 endings together instead. What the fuck does that even mean? So what was going up on the screen here? Oh. Huh. Yeah, I have no idea. Freedom ending. This is the freedom ending as it existed in beta. Oh, so that's the ending where you just follow everything he does, right? Or whatever the narrator tells you. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down, with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down. Wait. Wasn't this the same thing as this? Did y'all really just copy and paste it? God damn. Countdown room. An early version of the countdown room. Oh, this is like where the bomb goes off. Okay. So that's what they meant by the countdown room. Alright. Oh, that's the exit? Hold on. We got a lot to look at because this is really interesting. Game design mock-up. This is the level that William, the level designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of audition piece. The strength of this level got William hired to design the full game, though much of the environment has changed. The basic layout from this mock-up is still in the game. Ah. Okay. Oh, what do we got in here? Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November 2011, the second in March 2012, and the third in February 2013. So there was originally different layouts for Stanley's office. Ah, okay. I can see a difference here, like the table's shorter here. The file cabinet's moved. What's the difference between these two? The picture's up there. The other monitor was in this one, but it was taken out, I guess. We back here again. We've been here, right? Yeah, this is Narrator's emails. I never went to the other side, did I? Did I? Well, I never checked this one. What's this? Maintenance layout. The flow of hallways following the first two doors was important to get right. Since players will replay them so many times, we discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out. Okay. So they had a bunch of different kind of layouts. One option, two options, one option, and vent. Meeting room. Did I go over here? Oh yeah, that's the trailers. Wasn't there another side from like the beginning though? Unless that doesn't really lead to anywhere else. I do really want to check this stuff out. Yep, got some other stuff in here. Office clock, alright. Boss's office. Screens from the development of the boss's office. Oh wow, what a big difference that was. Lounge. Underground. An early version of the underground portion of the game. Ah, okay. Where you go either the mind control facility or the escape. What is this? Narration outtakes. Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator.
See how it's impossible for the player to
Ah!
perfect example of
Jesus. I'm trying to read this though.
you pick up on intuitively if you have even the most fundamental understanding.
Recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game. Okay. They're all talking at once though too. That's pretty annoying. Jesus Christ. Freedom ending. This was the first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. Yeah, it's a little different than the one we saw. Oh! And it leads back here. Alright. Well, I guess we went through everything in here, so let's keep going. Yay! Oh.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
You done? Alright.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me.
Oh man.
Still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
Alright.
Turn off your Xbox. There's no other.
Turn off your Xbox? How you know that?
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else.
Time to go out like a champ again.
Now is your only true choice. Do choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let.
Like a champ. I went out like a champ. By dabbing. Like a cringe lord. Yeah! Alright. So... What else was there? The unplugging the phone with the bucket and without it. Was there something else? Oh, falling to my death? I feel like falling to my death with the bucket might be, like, a lot better. What else? I don't know if that's it. I might have done almost everything. To my knowledge, those are the only ones I know. Oh wait, I never did the, I forgot, last stream I did the escape pod ending with the bucket, where the bucket actually escapes and I stay. So maybe I should try that with Stanley. That's closing the boss's office without entering and then running all the way back. So yeah, we still got a couple of things to do, I guess. Let's do this with the bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was it? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room.
You know what, we might as well do this quickly.
The cargo lift, yes.
Woo!
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Yep, okay, that was a little simple. Nothing too, like, crazy about it. It was a little funny, though.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Might as well do it without the bucket at this point, since it's really quick.
To the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Already did the new content. Don't you worry about that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
360! Oh.
In his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yep, that was simple enough. That was also not even close to a 360. So yeah. Perfect. I can tell you did the pathways that I think are the funniest. Yeah, I did a lot last stream. That was like a couple days ago. Mostly was the new stuff. That's like a whole 4-hour stream there. Alright, let's go and plug the phone now.
Gone. What could it mean?
Oh, well that's...
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yep, that layout changed.
Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective, yet assertive, yet Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here. Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
I'll always pay for my bucket. Alright.
Pick up the phone, said the bucket.
Nope.
Pick up. Oh, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. I mess up the joke. Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it, but there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
What?
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time.
What?
These steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny. Yeah. I feel like I know about comedic timing now.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, with each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles, all of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme. Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
What? Unplugging the phone is one of the best ones. Also, jumping from the cargo lift to the walkway, going down the stairs from the boss's office, and taking the maintenance elevator between the two paths conveniently. All of them are funny, both with and without the bucket, and are worth doing both times. Yeah, I think I did those last stream. I think I did like 2 of them on this stream as well. The one going out the window with the bucket was pretty goddamn funny.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery.
I can't jump off. He fucking put fences.
You'll say how ridiculous, how absurd, what a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we have the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
All the fences.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Alright, so we need to go back to the 2 open doors, but can I just come back over here again and maybe unplug the phone again? That'd be pretty funny. They'd probably get furious. Hey, Llama, thanks for the follow, though.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Nope. Going back to the right. Oh! What? That one's also pretty good. Yeah, that was... okay. Well, the cargo door disappeared, so, going in backwards. YOLO. Oh. What?
We're back at the phone already. No, what's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. Now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the 2 doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again.
No, please don't.
That would have been like...
Please don't. No, not again.
Here we go.
Oh.
Ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Nope. Going right again. Oh, just the phone.
What? We're back at the phone already.
Oh, whoops, I plugged my phone. Alright. I said I unplugged my phone because he said the... I meant my controller. Oh. Alright.
Here we go. You
What?
ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
What if I just keep going in there? I'm just gonna keep going. I don't know.
What? We're back at the phone already. No. Here we go. When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
No, I'm not listening to you.
What? We're back at the phone already. No.
Is he cutting off sooner?
You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
It seems like he's cutting out a little sooner. So I feel like something's happening. I feel like I just have to keep doing this. I don't know.
What? We're back at the phone already. No. Here we go. You ready?
Is nothing happening?
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Does anybody know if if I keep doing this, that something will eventually happen, or not, because he started to cut out. It seemed like he was cutting out a little sooner.
We're back at the phone already. No.
I can't be the only one that thinks that, right?
You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
I don't know. I'm gonna try one more time. If not, I'm gonna go on the left, I guess.
What? We're back at the phone already. No. Here we go. You ready?
I don't think anything's happening.
The bucket came to a set of 2 open doors. They entered the door on the left.
I guess we'll just go to the left. Fuck it.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley.
What?
I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on.
He kept getting pissed off about it!
I couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Oh, alright. What? The end. Is he doing his comedic timing? I'm not even holding a bucket in there. At least from down there. I don't even know why I'm up here. Alright. And that's how it ends. Alright, well. That one was just... It was kind of random, but I liked it. That was pretty good. It'll keep looping if you keep doing the same way. Oh, yeah, alright. So I was supposed to go on the left. That one's also worth trying without the bucket, if you haven't done that before. No, I haven't. That's what I was actually going to do. Because I haven't done it without the bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, I love to admire this room.
The lounge.
And now I'm done admiring.
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Yeah, neither have I.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Yeah, your mother.
You're trying to make every decision by yourself. I'm not asking for me. I'm asking this is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. that so, Stan?
No.
Be the one to do this. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
Yes, I did.
It wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another.
Yeah, I want a divorce anyway.
Fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. Why have I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're
What?
a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
What?
Observe this helpful instruction.
Another one?
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself
Fish!
a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you
Thought.
can't continue talking.
I heard him say
Turn to
thought.
a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
What does that even mean? Practice.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the
What was I
best
supposed to
part
practice
of a
with?
healthy decision-making process.
Must
Most
have been not
medical
paying attention.
professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
What?
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you
What?
made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Fences again.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story
Oh, I've already done that
makes no sense at all.
in another timeline.
Get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Do. So this one's about choices, and the one with the bucket was about, what the fuck was it again?
Almost there. You're
I forgot
taking
already.
the left, back to the correct ending.
Oh, comedic timing.
Resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always.
Oh, as Stanley would.
First.
Okay, I gotcha. Gotcha.
Just follow
Alright. I got you.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, he said right?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
I mean, look at this place, though. Oh?
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? Well, it's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. That's the answer. What do I do?
You and I both know that you didn't make this game. Crows did.
Shut the game down. I have to.
Oh. Okay. He actually shut it down. What the hell? What is happening? Everything changed again.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. That story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
Oh.
Misbehave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
I'm back here again.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
So what happens if I go left again?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Wait, what? Wait, everything's fine. Wait, this is blocked off.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Wait, something else gonna happen? Why is the boss's office green now? What the... What? Wait. What?
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Where's even the passcode?
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who
It's changed.
orchestrated this until he saw the door with a voice receiver next
What?
to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115.
Night Shark
To
115.
open the door, would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
It's not working. Night Shark 115. Nothing's working. Is it not supposed to?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
I'm sorry, but apparently I can't speak. Isn't that from the cover? Isn't that from the cover album on Nunpoint?
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
That looks like the cover for the album Nonpoint made,
Okay,
with bullet
fine.
with my name on it,
But you know what? It's
or
pretty
bullet with the
humiliating
name.
to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Oh, I'm back up here again. What? Aww. Aww. Maybe I should just stand still next time, and he'll be nice to me. Okay. So, have I done everything yet? Wasn't there one other one that I tried to say that I needed to do? There's so many endings that it's hard to think what you have to do. Oh, the escape pod without the bucket. I didn't do that. That's what I need to do. I also didn't go downstairs without the bucket.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors. He entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, so we gotta close this while outside of the room. What? He just straight up opened it again? Oh god, why does it keep doing that though? I don't like how the light keeps fading in and out. Trying to not go too far, but the light keeps going in and out, and I hate how the light keeps doing that.
Here's the door.
Oh, there we go. Alright, we out of here. Wait, then you can go downstairs still? I don't know. Well, is there an actual ending if you close the boss's room and go downstairs? Is there anything different there? Because I've never tried that. I don't know if that's an actual thing you can do. Here we go. The escape pod. I have to keep moving forward, right? Yeah, there we go. Was that it? Well, that was pretty disappointing. At least the one with the bucket, there was a whole animation of putting like the bucket in the escape pod, and then you saw it leave in the escape pod. At least there was something. That was really disappointing. Damn. Alright, time to go downstairs without the bucket. Because I did with the bucket last stream.
Decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
That one's a whole lot better with the bucket. Yeah,
Yet there
the
was
escape
no
pod
single
was
person here either.
was really disappointing.
In a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
You know, it's such a shame that it was so disappointing. It had like a potential of it being good, but really all you do is just nothing really happens. Like, the narrator wasn't around, and he didn't say a single word after we closed the boss's door. All we did was just walk all the way back, went up 5 flight of stairs, and went to and just walked up to the escape pod, and it just cut to black. It was really disappointing.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired if he left. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Have you not seen my channel? Of course I'm crazy.
Seriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made
Yeah, nothing's happening here.
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make
It's kind of like the same thing.
For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he moved down? Why did doors
Good
close
point.
automatically behind him wherever he went?
That is also a
For
good
that
point.
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Yep.
Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh shit, I'm actually floating.
Himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared.
Oh god.
So much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
I'm crazy.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
I guess I just let this play out.
I thought it all very odd and wondered if
Just
this
gonna put my
voice
controller down, just let it play out.
dreams,
Rooms are repeating. Nothing's happening.
this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving
I need to
himself,
look up more
believing
endings.
that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words is quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else
Nope.
would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of the world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
No one's normal.
I am
Yep.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real.
Oh.
Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh, we had her last time.
Mariella woke up on a day like any
She doesn't have her own bucket, does she?
rose, got
Not
dressed,
this time.
gathered her belongings, and walked to her place.
Yep, that's basically the same image,
Her walk was
just not without the bucket.
the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people are like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned around.
All right. I'm still trying to look through like this stuff here. Trying to see what endings I haven't done. Oh, there's an ending to there's an ending to close your office door with you inside? I did not know that. Oh.
But Stanley simply couldn't
Oh.
handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained.
Not my problem.
No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, was to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed. Then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
What was getting closer? Was that it for that ending? I guess. Seemed that simple. Yep, that was it for that ending. Yeah, I did notice that, like, some of the bucket and non-bucket versions of the endings are somewhat similar. Some of them are quite different, though. I did notice that. I don't know what else I've done. I'm trying to go through all this stuff. Choosing the right door, unplug the phone call, falling to death. Confusion ending was the Stanley Parable line. Oh wait, this ending was a real thing. Oh, that was the one with the catwalk. Oh wait, did I do this without the bucket? I don't think I did. I think I did it with the bucket. Right? I think I did. Yeah. I think that was the one that had, like, is this a bucket minigame or something? I don't think I did the one on the catwalk without the bucket. Might need to go do that.
Then Stanley came to a set of two open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I don't know at this point. I can make a suggestion for when you're getting endings, but that's about it. Yeah, you can try and make suggestions. I mean, you never know if I haven't done them or not. I most likely will. I'm pretty sure I'll know. It's only been a few days difference.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really?
I almost fell.
You have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Huh. I wonder what would be different here, though. Let me listen to him. I'm going to go through the red door.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. You see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time. The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here.
What the hell is this, Infinite?
Running just the way you're doing right now.
I'm just running in circles.
It's killing us, Stanley. I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh. What do we got here? What do we got, tough guy? Huh?
What are we looking for?
What is this?
Here.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't
It
it?
is, actually.
Stay right here, right in this moment with this place. Stanley, I think I feel happy.
It is beautiful.
I feel happy.
blue door is way funnier. Well, do go back and try the blue door. That's one of the ones you should definitely see before finishing the game. Alright. So, what is the point of this one? Oh my god. Yeah, this is cool. I like this. I mean, nothing funny is going on, but this is nice. I like this. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Can I just leave? What's back here?
Wait. Where are you going?
The fuck?
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Guess I'll die.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Oh my god, I kind of feel bad.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Yeet! Ow! Oh, I'm alive.
Thank God. You lived. You have
How
been
did I
there
live?
for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Ow. I think I need my ankle insurance, though. Oh my god, I'm walking slowly now. What happens if I do go back, though?
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If you stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
No. I want to die. Sorry, narrator.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
I am definitely walking slower now.
No, what are you doing? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
I really need my ankle insurance. I fucking snapped my ankles. Yeet! Ow!
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Oh god.
My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game?
No, I love your game.
Yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Man, after all the times he's been a dickhead to me, I still kind of feel bad about him in this ending. All he wants to be happy. Yee. Oh.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it.
I'm still not dead.
I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
My ankles. How do I keep living? And now I'm gonna do this backwards and look up. Oh.
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Well, I want to say, but the red one is slightly depressing. Yeah, that was pretty damn depressing. Man. Alright, well, now it's time to go through the blue door.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Yeah, I know it's part of the interplay, but, you know. I feel like he's been more of a dickhead to me.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door. This was not the correct way.
I had a brain fart for a second there.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Bow now.
Stanley
No, no.
following directions. It's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
I'm gonna fire my load on your face.
Perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating
Oh
properly.
yeah, it's behind me. Yeah, it was the same way as the bucket. Wait. No, not the bucket. It was something else.
All right, fine,
Was it?
go ahead.
Wait, have I done this?
You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies
I don't
at the end
remember.
of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished.
Oh, I did do this.
Because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken.
Okay, my bad. I've actually done this before. Huh. I actually didn't remember doing this for either one of the doors. Huh. I need to check the stream again. Because I did do this, because this is... I recognize this now. He says, like, this is the unfinished part of the game. Then he makes me, like... He gives, like, a third option or a third door. Yeah, so I think I did do this. Huh. I wasn't sure. Alright, I need to go through more of this list to see if there's any other endings I haven't done. If there isn't, then I think we pretty much done everything we could. Choices ending, other games ending, did that. Sense of Divine Art, what the heck is this? Catwalk. Oh, this is when they want you to play for fucking that baby shit for 4 hours. Yeah, not happening. Not fucking happening. Freedom ending, Countdown ending, the Museum ending, Mariella, Escape Pod, Broom Closet. That's a non-ending, it's an Easter egg. Is a Broom Closet Easter egg? So that's what that's there for? It's just an Easter egg for something? Silly Bird. Bucket Museum. Bucket Mariella. Bucket Escape Pod. The Bucket Broom Closet Easter egg. Intervention ending. Did that. Tape recorder ending. Scene. Touching Cold Feet. That's Fall to Death. Imaginary Friend. That's the one we did just earlier. Comedic Timing. Is this a bucket ending? Defeating the Bucket. Collectibles ending. Epilogue. Yeah, I think we did everything except for the Broom Closet Easter eggs. And obviously the whole 4 hours of that baby shit, but we are definitely not doing that. I'm not sitting here for 4 hours hitting a button. Did you do it in the original game or just in Ultra Deluxe? I never played the original game. I saw videos of it when it first came out, like a long time ago, so I barely have any memory of it. But I do remember how fucking funny this shit was. Yeah, I found it in the first stream. Yeah, the Broom Closet's an Easter egg, with and without the bucket.
Rooms exposed.
Alright, let's just go back to the start then. Let's do the Broom Closet with the bucket first. Since you know. Ultra Deluxe. I guess as soon as we do the Broom Closet Easter eggs, I think we're done with the Stanley Parable. That makes me kind of sad.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply...
Stanley's bucket. The only co-worker he would ever truly need.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door he left.
Oh, I also need to use that achievement machine, because now it's fixed. And I never did it. I don't know if anything special will happen.
Stanley needed the bucket
Besides getting the achievement.
now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Yeah, just shut up. I'm going to the broom closet.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. Don't you really feel it now? It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Don't Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket.
I never will.
I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to
The
hand
broom
over-
closet's insulting us?
Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons. Even this is worse than I had imagined. Wait. Now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I'd never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide
I can't speak.
experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Yeah, so I think once you do the broom closet, you're almost done with the Stanley Parable. There's one more thing to do. What is that exactly?
Once and for all. Here we go.
Well,
There. Now it's settled. No more debate. No more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
he really just threw the property of Stanley on the bucket.
I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to
What?
slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see,
What?
I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, oh, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
I need to stay in here longer. Is he gonna put another sticker?
I could take the name calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us a silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Is he actually gonna be waiting until I leave? I think he is. What if I just go back in, though? Can I do that? It's not saying anything. Nah, he's not saying anything. So is that it with that Easter egg? That's pretty funny, though. I actually like that a lot. Once you're ready to wrap up, you'll need to restart the game. You know how there's some stuff that'll happen when you start when you first start up the game. You'll need to go through all of those. Are you talking about the whole epilogue ending? Where it's like it becomes a sequel? It just keeps going up and up every time you go into the game. Yeah, I did all that on the first stream. The whole 4 hours of that we streamed, I did all that stuff. The epilogue, all the bonus content. I did pretty much all the new stuff. And the only things I didn't do at that time was just doing endings with the bucket. So yeah, I did get like all those endings, like I guess people are calling it the true ending, where they like the mystery person and Stanley just keep making sequels every time it restarts the game. Yeah, that. Yeah, I did that first stream. We did that within the span of 4 hours. So now the broom closet without the bucket.
This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stan's office?
What? Okay, that was different. Alright, broom closet.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Coming for that ace.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Nope. Just gonna sit here. There's a broom closet Easter egg without the bucket, and then I think you're done. Yeah, pretty much.
No path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
There is a reason. There's an Easter egg. It's mostly just your dialogues, but I'm sure it'll be worth it.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Sweet FA, as in sweet fuck all.
Anybody still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. It didn't even occur to me, because literally, this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you, this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
You know what would be more concerning? Getting the ending when you have to push a goddamn button for 4 hours.
He was stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Oh, so that's where that line came from.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system, and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead.
I'm not on the computer, dummy.
To any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please to remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. Alright, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
This one might actually be better than the one with the bucket. I actually like it a lot. Does he actually want me to go in the hallway now? Yeah, he's not saying anything, it seems.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Still me, jackass. But I'm going back in the brew closet.
You too. Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. There's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. Fish, fungus. Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
I guess he's done then. He's done with my bullshit. Oh my god, alright. So is that it, I guess? Yeah, guess so. Just one last thing, I want to do the achievement machine. And see what happens. Because when I got that ending... Or not the ending. Yeah, when I got the epilogue ending... They said they fixed that achievement machine and I could go back to do it. And I'm just wondering if if the narrator will be like, just surprised? Because he said that he knew that he didn't know that, he knew that it wasn't fully functional. So I'm going to actually do that real quick.
That's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room. And
So I got to go to the bonus content room.
Again.
And pretty much after we do that, we're going to be done. Pretty much on my spare time, I'm going to go for like these... hopefully, I'll get these other achievements because I'm an achievement hunting guy. Hope you like the game. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, I definitely remembered this game. And it was incredible. So when I saw it at the Game Awards, it was like, what was it? 2017? 2018? Something like that. I was pretty hype about that. And I forgot about the game, so I was just like, oh shit, I remember this.
Ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, to take the bucket with you? It doesn't matter. I mean, I think the bucket might be still here.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Let's see, let's do this. Get your free achievement here. I'm sure it's not going to be that different,
here's
though.
Something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come
It's not hugely different, but the dialogue does take into account the fact that this part normally happens before you have the bucket. And especially if you try to get a second bucket. Wait, really? Huh. There we go.
As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait. What in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement? How did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God.
I don't even know.
Composure?
I still don't know who the person is that was talking to me.
Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
Okay, yeah, that little bit was still funny. I think that was kind of worth it, because he was really surprised about it. I knew he was going to be. I felt like he was going to. Alright, what is... Let me see what happens when he gives the second bucket, like you were saying. Or is that when I have to have the bucket with me?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem of the game.
I think it still recognizes...
Reassurance bucket.
I think it still recognizes that I don't have it.
A sense of calm and ease.
Shit, so I should have brought it with me, like you said.
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle
That's very, very
voice of
good for
jarring
this.
cognitive...
Yeah, fuck. Alright. I don't mind doing all these little bits. So, let's try doing that. Because I'm curious what he'll say.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it would...
Oh my god, the stickers stayed on there.
New Stanley at all? No.
Oh wow.
New content? What does that mean? New content?
You already know what it means. Especially creating a paradox with the thing that is supposed to ease your worry about paradoxes. Wait. Am I going through all this again? Since I had the bucket?
And thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Why?
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
I don't know why I'm going through all this again.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Wait, Stanley. I've just now realized that bucket you're holding. It's the bucket I've been working on for my sequel. How do you get your hands on it? Isn't this the preview to the sequel? How do you have the bucket already? This makes no sense at all.
Oh. I guess this is entirely different.
Did I already show you my ideas for the sequel?
Maybe?
You're seeing things all out of order.
Not sure what triggers whether or not you go to the expo area or not. Yeah, it seems... That's kind of interesting.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle. Stanley, none of them are ready yet. I'm still developing them. They're not even close to finish. How do they look?
When you saw them, were they captivating? Were they exciting? Did they fulfill on the promise of everything that a sequel to Stanley Parable could possibly be? Have you figured out how the hell to make a sequel to this game?
We all know you're not going to make a new sequel.
Wait, if you're still carrying the bucket around with you, if the bucket is interesting to you, that means I must have made it correctly. You carrying the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish. The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I promised. I did it! I win! I made a sequel to the Stanley Parable! Yes, the line is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you. Clinging tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means I am victorious over the gamers. It is a sweet salve of victory on my soul. Thank you for enjoying the new content. The bucket is the Stanley Parable now. They are one and the same. There is no Stanley Parable without the bucket. I win, 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 I win.
Oh. Alright then. So, I guess that's it. Alright. I think that's it for the whole entire Stanley Parable. Man. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. My bad. Yeah, what an experience this game was. Especially with the new stuff that it had. This was incredible. Love everything about it. Okay, so this time if you grab the bucket, it should go to the expo. Oh, really? Well, never mind. We're not done yet. Might as well try it. Because it shouldn't take that long.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. As Stanley looked at his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This event
Oh yeah, it says Expo Hall now.
for all of them.
Just doing a whole like minute thing left and we'll be good.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features. Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me? Stanley! Oh, thank God. I didn't lose you, Stanley. The power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them.
That actually made me jump. Holy shit.
I couldn't
Wait, I lost my other bucket? Oh. Oh, man. Well, that's a sad way to end. Man, that sucks. Well, there goes my reassurance bucket. Alright, yeah, so now we are actually done with the Stanley Parable. What an incredible game, I gotta say. Man. It has everything I love. The comedy, the fourth wall breaks, the choices. It's got everything. This was amazing. Pretty much the fact that they made this whole joke of making a sequel, and then it kind of just keeps going up. It just keeps going up and up and up every time you reset the game. Pretty much explains that, like, they're not gonna ever make a sequel to this. Which, I kind of get that, because it's kind of a game that it wouldn't make sense to have a sequel for. It just wouldn't really make any sense, especially with all the endings that it had. It's definitely understandable for why they won't ever make a sequel to the Stanley Parable. If they ever actually did, I would be shocked, if I'm being honest. But I can see why this game kind of took so long to come out. Pretty much they needed the time to get them ported. They needed time to make these jokes and all these other endings, the things to come up with. And I respect all their efforts that they put into this, especially to expand on the Ultra Deluxe. Like, you have to respect the fact that they really did try doing so much just to pretty much expand the original game. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And, well, thank you for staying tuned to it, Diablo. So this is definitely a hell of a journey. Next thing we're gonna have to stream is The Wolf Among Us Season 1. Because Season 2 is coming out next year. And I need to actually get the memories flooding back to when I played The Wolf Among Us, like, way back. Because, God, it took them quite some time to actually make it, to release it. Or to, I guess, confirm that there was going to be Season 2. I do remember that there was a massive cliffhanger at the end of Season 1. So, yeah, that's going to be the next thing we're going to stream. After that, I don't know what else there is to stream. But, I mean, I got, like, 5 episodes to play of The Wolf Among Us, so I'm sure I got some time to figure out what I'm going to stream. Alright. Time to wrap this up. Thank you to everyone who stayed tuned watching, and to people who are watching the VOD of this. Also, thank you for watching. And I will see you guys next stream. Bye-bye.